if you are planning on getting veneers or you have veneers, do not crack a crab with your teeth. Don't do what I do. Don't do what I do. I'm placing it all the way in the back where my molars are. My real teeth are still back there. Made a lane and niggas can't get over. I can't mess with rappers, they be bogus. Rather get the pack and keep it open. Big dripper stand up in the ocean. Everybody trapping, we get lost. He ain't focused yet, but he ain't got motion. Cut. Let's start over. Hey guys, it's Amber here, checking in once again. I know this is crazy. I'm never just at home filming, so this is kind of weird for me because I'm always posting my travel vlogs, but I'm never posting at home, just sitting talking to y'all. But yes, look at my sign though, guys. So this is my sign I got made on Etsy. And I'll link the shop that I got it made at. I downloaded my own personal font that I like using because I just wanted something that was more cohesive to Amber Sky Club. So my travel page on YouTube had this font, and I was like, I want my font on YouTube to match exactly how my sign would be. So downloaded the font, uploaded it to the Etsy order, and now we're here. I've actually had this sign since January, but y'all know my January was hectic, so wasn't really doing too much posting or uploading. Like I said in my last vlog, I was able to get my December footage vlog off. And then yeah, so now we're here. So by the time y'all see this, hopefully I should definitely have my Chicago, Savannah, and Spain vlog up, because that happened in February and we're about to be in April. So yeah, forgive me, but that should be up by the time y'all see this video. And oh my gosh, I'm just realizing, so like I said, I'm getting used to this sitting down recording thing, but I have the notes on my phone, but I'm also using my phone as a monitor so I can see my screen better. So if you see me looking this way, I'm looking at my monitor and my camera is right here. So hopefully, yeah, I might have to grab my phone in a little bit. But guys, clubbers, like, I feel like we haven't talked in so long. I say that every single time because I'm always taking a hiatus, but I really had to just hone in at the beginning of the year because it started so hectic and crazy. I really just wanted to, it's not even that I wanted to, but like I had to prioritize my peace and entering a new phase in my life. So vlogging, editing was not priority at all. It was not, and I missed it so much. Like, I love vlogging, I love editing too, but I just wasn't there mentally, to be honest with you. Losing someone as close as a grandmother, grandma, granny, like, that hit different. So I had to, you know, just prioritize myself and do what I could do. That's my motto of this year. Do what you can. Like, we're not forcing. If it's not coming to you naturally, then it's a dub. And that's okay to dub some things, especially when you're trying to focus on being a better you internally. I feel like that's most important. But anyway, let's skip all the psychology of this. So this is basically going to be a Q&A, get to know me. I mean, a lot of y'all already know me because we've either went to school together, traveled together, or follow each other on social media. So, but some people don't know me. So for those who are just subscribing, just watching a video, welcome. This is Amber Sky Club. I love traveling, hence the name. And we do a lot of traveling, beauty, lifestyle content across all my Amber Sky Club platforms. It's not as consistent as it can be or could be, but welcome. And I appreciate every single subscriber. And before I get into anything, my St. Martin vlog is my most watched vlog on my YouTube right now. And I have to be completely honest, I was not expecting the video. And viral is subjective because me currently having 301 followers, having a 1-hour video with 13,000 views, that's a lot to me. So I'm proud of myself for that. But of course, someone else with like thousands and thousands of subscribers will be like, 13, we get that in a day. Subjective, but I am fine with where I am right now. Of course, we want to continue to grow, but I am so appreciative of everybody who watched, commented, like. I think it has like 200 and something likes. People are still coming into this very day. And I'm just looking at the vlog like, did I have a great time? Absolutely. Did I expect the vlog to have that sort of outreach? Absolutely not. I was not expecting that at all. It was the St. Martin and St. Bart's vlog, if I didn't mention that. But I was not expecting that. So I was like, I'm still to this day just very excited that so many people liked it, and just all around a positive comment section on there as well, because y'all know how folks be. But everyone was just so inquisitive, and I love St. Martin, so it makes sense why people gravitated towards that vlog. I've seen a lot of St. Martin vlogs around the same time I posted mine. So I just have to say thank you to everyone who watched, supported, liked, subscribed, anything off that one video. So thank you. So getting into this Q&A, I did ask on my Sky Club page like a few months ago, and I never did the video, but I'm like, you know what, it's time for me to get back into that groove. So I asked again today. So I have some questions from the first time I asked, and then I have some from today. But just in general, the most asked question I've had since starting my YouTube was about my veneers. I know that's my first video I've dropped, but people till this day they're either commenting on that video or they're DMing me on my travel page. So I feel like it was time for me to do an update on my veneers. So first, let me show y'all my teeth. Oh my gosh, y'all, when did I get my teeth done? That was February 2023. Yes, so February 2023, if you don't know, I went to Cali, Colombia, and my doctor slash dentist, his name was Dr. Aristizabal. Oh my gosh, please don't, my bad, I had a text message. It was Dr. Aristizabal. Oh my gosh, I can't remember his full name. Guys, I'm gonna put his name somewhere on the screen, but that was my dentist. I still follow him. I love him. Like, he was just so kind. He did not speak English. I'm in Colombia, remember? But he had a full-time translator with him at all times. And of course, the communication through WhatsApp, we could automatically translate conversations. So, yes, I went almost 2 years ago now. It has been 2 years. Oh my gosh. Time is not real. Like, I say this all the time, like, time is not real, because what do you mean I got my teeth done 2 years ago? That's insane. But I'm gonna show y'all a close-up of my teeth now. If I do say so myself, my teeth still look incredible. I feel like I am totally adjusted to how they feel in my mouth. I will say, like I said in my first vlog, when I first got them done and I was on my way home the next day, I could not even eat. I couldn't chomp down on anything because it just felt like my mouth was just getting used to having something bigger, because I have small teeth. So the veneers, my mouth was not adjusted. And it took me probably like a month or so to get like in full swing of things. And now I just be chomping on everything, cracking crabs. I need to stop. I need to stop, because do not, if you are planning on getting veneers or you have veneers, do not crack a crab with your teeth. Don't do what I do. Don't do what I do. I'm placing it all the way in the back where my molars are. My real teeth are still back there. Don't do what I do, because it is, don't crack the crabs with your veneers. Don't do it. But I done did it a few times, but I wouldn't suggest it. But anyway, very durable. I haven't had any cracks, any scares. I still have dreams about my teeth falling out all the time, but they're holding up fine. Would I suggest them? Absolutely. If you can afford to do it and you want your smile to look better, I'm here for it. I already said when it's time for me to get an updated smile, I already know who I'm going to. It's a dentist here in Atlanta and he does a great job. I will be going to him in about 8 to 10 more years. I know a lot of people are asking me like how much it is. How much I paid was 2 years ago. I know inflation is real and it may be a totally different cost. So I can't really advise of a price right now to say. I can just tell you what I paid in my experience. Now, will the experience be similar? I believe so. I still follow him and he still has a great following. He's still posting his like client testimonials, looking pretty good from the outside looking in. My sister came with me. We stayed 6 nights. The hotel was included in the price. Got a chance to explore the city and it's so cheap in Colombia. Like, once you get there, the most expensive thing you're probably spending on is the flight to actually get there. And then of course, if you're going to get veneers, I've spent more in one weekend in Atlanta than I've spent the whole 6 nights, 7 days in Colombia. Like, that's how cheap it is. A lot of people also would ask me like my aftercare and like veneer breath. And if your breath stinks with veneers, they probably was stinking before you even got them, because as long as your dentist is enclosing the enamel and not leaving any open spaces, because that's how a lot of people, how their breath stinks, because their dentist isn't closing the enamel over their teeth. So they have like these little pockets where food is getting in and it's sitting and it's smelling. And yeah, I am an avid water flosser. So I have my water pick and you use that to floss. And I use that to make sure I'm getting like in my gum line and getting anything out of my teeth, like in between my teeth, especially like if I'm eating beef, green, anything. I'm not even gonna lie, anything. I don't like nothing being stuck in between my teeth. So I make sure that I water pick. And of course, brush is normal. Keep you some strips on you, the spray. I like the Listerine sprays in the strips, like, you know, basic hygiene. So when people say that, I just be like, are y'all just reading this? Have y'all actually smelled it? How was the hygiene of the person that you smelled? And did it always smell like that? Because it probably did, honestly. So don't be trying to say, veneers make your breath stink. Oh, you got veneer breath. No, it was probably stinking before the veneers. Someone said years later, like years in, do I regret getting veneers? Absolutely not. I'm looking forward to, do I want to get them done like right now? Absolutely not. But I'm saying when it's time for my maintenance, I'm looking forward to getting it done again, because the process was just so seamless, and I definitely can, you know, see myself going back to Colombia or to the dentist up here in Atlanta. All right, so now that we got the teeth out the way, let's move on to some more Q&As. How did you get into traveling? So I went to school, University of West Georgia, dropped out of school 2017, and before I even left, I was like, I just feel like there's something more that I could be doing. And when I say more, I'm talking about like outside of school, like outside of the campus. And honestly, I feel like if I was in a different environment, like an HBCU or like in the city, like in Atlanta, like Georgia State or something, that maybe my outcome would have been a little bit different, you know? And not saying that as in I regret dropping out, but it was just something I did and I had to do, you know, to just focus back on me. I was not focused. I was not focused in school as much as I should have been. And I definitely got deterred, and that ultimately led to me leaving, dropping out of school. So dropped out of school, and before I even dropped out, I was already looking at like not really career paths because I was in school for business management. So, but I always was like, I want to travel. Like that was just something I wanted to do. Like that's always been a goal embedded in me. And growing up, I never my first time I got on the plane was 2015 and I went to Miami. So I didn't like grow up hopping on and off planes. Like my family did like road trips. We did Disney a lot. So that was my travel experience, like Florida, Orlando, nothing too crazy, and definitely nothing out the country. Left school, I'm sorry, before I left school, I had already like applied for a flight attendant position with Delta, and y'all know how competitive Delta is. So even back then, it was way more competitive, and this was like 2015. I I don't even think I had a passport at that point. I was just did I have a passport? No, I did not have a passport. So I was just, applying. That's the only airline I applied to. Just doing it. I got to like I think the interview part, like the self-paced interview. And then it was like, thanks, but no thanks. And so I was like, man, whatever. I'm in school. This gonna be my always gonna be my backup plan, I'll have your degree, blah 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 blah. Anywho, left school and that summer, that same exact summer, was the first time I ever went out the country, and that was to Cuba, 2017. A great trip. It was such a great trip. Like I feel like that was probably my most cultural infused trip because we went to like three different places: Varadero, obviously Havana. Um, I cannot think of the other small city we went to in Cuba, but we explored three different areas, and that just like opened my eyes up to so much. And I'm like, dang, I would love to do this on a monthly basis, every month, every other month, something realistic. Back then I was like barely 21, 22 years old. So I knew for a fact this was something I always wanted to do. So I got my passport the same exact. I've had the trip planned before I even had my passport. So trip was planned, I think, in like July, and I got my passport in June. So ever since I got that passport, it's like the world just completely opened up for me, literally. So I'm like, I'm still gonna go, after I left school. That was like a spring semester. Was that spring? No, that was fall. That was fall semester, fall 2017 when I left. And I was like, okay, spring 2018, I'm going to like re-enroll in school. And, I just need a fresh start, and I need to be at home, like around family, just in my environment that I can thrive in. So I was like, okay, spring 2018, we starting fresh in this degree. So that winter of 2017, I became more serious about becoming a flight attendant. I'm like, let me just keep applying. You never know which one is actually going to last you. Long story short, I ended up applying to PSA. Prayers up to that flight that tragically crashed in Washington, D.C. That was my former airline's aircraft. So sad. You literally never know how close you are to it being your last day. Like, and that's just so eerie to think about, but you just never know. So prayers up to my PSA family. That was the first ever airline I worked with, and I feel like I'll always be indebted to them because it just opened up, it helped me to grow as a woman, and it just opened up so many other opportunities. That everything is a journey and everything connects. So that was definitely a connection, even if it wasn't direct. Something happened within that time frame of my life that pushed me to where I am now. But anyway, so I applied with PSA, flew out to Charlotte, interviewed the next day. That was like, congratulations, you're going to start training. At the end of February 2018. So at that time, my best friend and I, Deja, we were both like like this was our thing. She had already graduated. She went to West Georgia, graduated 2 degrees. Don't play with her. But yeah, we were at my grandma's house and we was like, look, we gonna fly. We're gonna be flight attendants. We don't know if it was gonna be for the same airline or what, but we're gonna be flight attendants. You know, we're gonna travel together and, you know, do all these different things together. And she applied. She had been applying at the same time, but I left first because I was obviously applying sooner. So I left February 2018. Then I believe like soon as I got home, maybe a month or so after, I don't know, after training, she had became a flight attendant too and finished her training. So we were very excited about that. But ever since then, becoming a flight attendant, that really just like triggered me. And I honestly, I travel more not being a flight attendant than I was when I was actually a flight attendant. But yeah, that was a great time in my life. I absolutely loved being a flight attendant. The pay was so your girl had to So yeah, that's really what garnered my interest into traveling. I've had my Amber Sky Club Instagram since 2018, maybe even 2017, and I've been posting on there since then. But I didn't become serious about my YouTube page until maybe last year. Yeah, when I actually like start promoting it and like actually uploading to the page, then you know, that's when my vlog came along. Okay, how do you balance traveling and working? Because I am obviously still a full-time work girly. Like I don't have the pleasure of doing content full-time. Maybe one day it'll happen for me, Lord willing. But right now I still work full-time. My job is remote, so I'm picking up that MacBook and taking it with me wherever I go. Now, do I always work while I'm traveling? Absolutely not. But if I want to travel and I'm unable to take off work, or there's just too much going on that I can't, then I will absolutely bring my laptop with me and work. So I am able to balance it just by, you know, knowing my schedule. I work a regular 9 to 5. So if I need to schedule or block off some time, then I do that and travel, and vice versa. Okay, now let's get into like the more travel related questions. How many countries have you visited so far? I believe 22. I believe 22 countries. If not 22, it's 21. If you go back to my Greece, my Euro travel vlog, it actually shows, I actually pinned it across the screen, was what number Turkey was. And I believe it was the 21st or 22nd country. Grateful, blessed. I never thought, I can't even say I never thought I would see 21 countries, because if I want to do something, I'm definitely that person who will do it. Like there's no question asked. It may not happen overnight, but it's gonna get done. So I can't say that I never thought I would see this many or visit this many places, but I still have a lot more to go. There's still a lot on my bucket list that I still want to accomplish. But yeah, I'd say it was 21 or 22nd. What's your favorite travel destination and why? Favorite travel destination? Y'all, I really got to think about this one, because every single country I visited holds some sort of sentimental value to me, and you can't really rank sentimental value. I'll say within the last year, my favorite travel destination, I'd say my favorite trip in the last year or so was when I went to Aruba. Aruba was so fun, y'all. Like, y'all go watch that vlog. We had so much fun. Shout out to Cal for planning that trip. All I had to do was pay my money and show up. Like, typically, I'm always planning, or my other friends, like, they'll plan as well. But I feel like, I don't know, like getting older, you kind of just want to show up for things. paid for. No, I don't mind the paying part, but sometimes you just want to show up. Like, I don't want to overthink this. I don't want to have to, you know, hone down on planning. But I'm naturally a planner, but I think I'm just reprioritizing how deep I plan into things, because sometimes you can plan so much that you become kind of obsessed with what you're planning. And for trips and vacation, I'm looking at that as more as a time to relax. And of course, I will want to, you know, have a, you know, like a little itinerary going, of course, but nothing that's, you know, I ain't trying to stress out about planning no trip. Like, that's just not where I am anymore. I'm more so prioritizing planning my regular day-to-day life. Like, here, home base is where my priority is with planning. Redoing my room, like I redid my room this year, like in January. And you know, like I told y'all in the beginning of the video, I'm just in a space where I'm prioritizing my peace and my mental health. So whatever comes with it, because it is a journey and I'm still learning, it just comes with it. So I absolutely still love to travel. That's not saying I hate traveling anymore. I hate traveling, but when I am planning something, I don't want to overdo it anymore. You get what I'm saying? Because I have other areas in my life that needs that attention. I'm not doing it about no trip. I'm not stressing about vacation. Most memorable trip you've ever taken? Most memorable. Y'all, this is so hard. Like, I can't, like, there's memories made on every single trip. Like, I just can't say one specific trip. I will say my most memorable trips are always the ones that I take with my sister. Just because, like, I literally see her every single day. Like, that's not saying we don't spend time together, but our trips are always memorable because those are probably the most sentimental to me, because we grew up with the mindset of your sibling, your sister, that's all you got. And we've always had like a super, super tight bond to this day. To this day. So I feel like that bond is like, it's like unbreakable. Like, this is a bond that is one of one. And I love that we've grown up together. We've obviously taken two different paths in life. Like, we're two different people, but we're still so much alike in a lot of ways. And the main ways that we always got each other's back, and we always ride for each other. Like, you can't tell me nothing about my sister, and you can't tell her nothing about me. So whenever we get the chance to, like, you know, get away from real life things and just bond with each other, it's just always super memorable. So I always bring up our annual sister trips, AST, that we started in Chicago, and then went to Turks, and then went to Belize, and then St. Martin and St. Barb's. So I'd say those are always the most memorable, because I don't really travel with my sister as much as I travel with like friends. So when we do travel, it's just always so funny, because she completely turns her brain off and I'm on full on trip itinerary mode. But it's always a good time. So those are my most memorable trips, something that we can share down the line with our kids, and, you know, always instill that family first bond. Okay, do you prefer solo travel or group travel? I like both. If people don't know, I don't know, because I feel like I'm naturally a loner. I can do so many things. I can do anything by myself. Like, I'm not nervous to travel alone, go out by myself, take myself out. Like, that's nothing to me. It just honestly depends. Like, what's the vibe here? Like, I love group traveling with my team, Liddy crew. We always, if we're traveling as a group, it's 9 times out of 10 gonna be with my same group, Team Liddy. So I'm gonna insert some pictures from all our Team Liddy trips here. We've been to Brazil, Tulum, Chicago. Well, actually, Dre wasn't in Chicago, but we always travel together. So group travel for sure, safety first. I like a little solo vibe within the group travel though, because I be needing my space. I be needed by a long time. Like I can be very outgoing, but I'm also an introvert too. So when I need to like refill my energy, I like to be alone. I like to be alone to refill that. What's on your travel bucket list for this year? My number one travel bucket list for 2025 is Phuket, Thailand. I'm going to Phuket for my birthday this year. I don't even care about speaking about it in advance because it's gonna happen. I was supposed to go for my 30th birthday, but they screwed our flights over and the timing just wasn't there. So the trip is already planned. Flights are being booked because I'm going. There's so much I want to do in Phuket. I have a full itinerary from last year. All I got to do is pack my bags in November and go. So that is my number one travel bucket list for this year. What's one place you would visit over and over again? I was in this little phase where I didn't want to run back a country I've already been to, especially like it was in a year's time. But obviously I've already started this year by going to a country I've already been to. So clearly that is out for this year. So I'm definitely interested in running back a few places. But over and over again, y'all already know Miami. Period. It's not even an international spot I would want to keep running over and over again. It's a domestic destination, and that's Miami. Like Miami, the vibes are just always there. The beach, it smells different. When you land at Miami International Airport, it just smells different. Like the palm trees are up, the sun is out. South Beach, Hollywood, Fort Lauderdale. Yeah, you bound to have a good time. I have never been to Miami and had a terrible experience. Never. It's always something to do. Push up your vibe every time you go. If you want to party, you can do that. If you want to relax, shop. Like there's always something you can do that can make you feel like you're having a different experience. Okay, what's a hidden gem destination that you recommend? Ooh, Key Calker, Belize. Oh my God. So beautiful. Key Calker, Belize is definitely on my top 10 list of countries because it's so like, if you just want like a private area to relax on, beautiful, serene, modern. Blue Zen on Key Calker is on its own island. Like that may be, when it comes to luxury, that's definitely like my top experience for sure. Simply because you fly into Belize City from Atlanta. I forgot how long the flight was, maybe like 3 hours or so. But you fly into Belize City and then you can either fly into San Pedro Airport or you can take a ferry to Key Calker. And originally we were wanting to look at different flights to fly in, but during the time we were going, they were doing renovations to their airport, so we couldn't fly in. So we took the ferry, and the ferry was like 2 hours. It wasn't bad at all. And you land in Belize City, you get on the boat to Key Calker. 2 hours, you pull up. Once you get to Key Calker, there's another dock there because there's separate islands that have different resorts and hotels. And Blue Zen was one of their newest ones at that time, that you take like a 10-minute ride from the main area of Key Calker to Blue Zen. And oh my gosh, the service, like it was just so amazing. People to this day still ask me about their resort. I was just talking to a girl earlier and she was like, she was on my travel page on Instagram, and she was like, she wanted to stay in the same room we were in, and it was like the C residence 2-bedroom condo. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna put some more pictures in here. But make sure y'all watch that vlog too. I think that vlog was like 20 minutes. So something real quick, but it was amazing. I always recommend going back there. I feel like that's a good vibe for like a honeymoon too. Like if you want that luxury, it felt like we were the only ones on the resort on that little mini island. So like if you want that quietness, you basically bring a party yourself. I love that. Someone asked, how do I budget for trips? And I have to be very honest with y'all. The budget does not exist. I always know exactly how much I want to spend and for what. And I believe that kind of can skew your mind a little bit too, because when you've had a lot of experiences and you've traveled a lot, it's like some things you're just not, you know what's worth it. Things, you know the value of something. You get what I'm saying? When it comes to like experiences at the destination, I'm gonna just tell y'all, I'm tapped out of certain excursions. So zip lining, ATVs, yeah, really zip lining and ATVs. And honestly, I've only went zip lining once and it was so fun, but I don't have to ever do that again. I went into Tulum in the forest and I did it all day. Half the day we was doing the zip lining and I had so much fun, but I don't ever have to do it again. ATVs, I also did that in Tulum, recently did that in Jamaica as well. I don't have to do it again. I wouldn't do it again. ATVs are fun once you get like the hang of it. Like, even though I consider myself country, my folks in the country didn't have ATVs. We had the little cars. What are those called? Were they dune buggies? No, like go-karts, like go-kart style. ATVs, I went out there like that. But horseback riding, I've done horseback riding in a few countries, and I love horses, so I wouldn't say I would never do those again. I would definitely do it again. Like tours, like when you're maybe your first day there or something, you do like a little city tour, like get acclimated with the environment and see, you know, just like your area you're gonna be in, a little history, background, stuff like that. Cool, like I'm down to do stuff like that. Boats, yachts, any type of water tour, I love those as well. Like I would love to do that, as opposed to like a long line of excursions. But my main goal, and again, I'm 30 now. When I was 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, even traveling, it was different because I was younger. I'm down for anything, but now, I want to relax. I want to do stuff on my own time. I want to maybe go get a massage, and then, you know, yeah, I'm not saying I'm boring now, but you know, I know what I like. So back to the topic, budgeting. Like I said, when you are kind of well traveled and you've done a lot of experiences, you know exactly like the range you're willing to pay for certain things. So like I already mentally have a cap on like, wait, I'm not spending that amount, or I've done XYZ this many times in this many places, and this is what I'm willing to spend. Like you should have like a median, knowing what's worth it, but still, you know, like not overspending. And honestly, it also depends on how frequently you travel. Like if you travel once or twice a year, I encourage to splurge. Have a good understanding of the value of the trip and what's being offered. But personally, I mentally in my head like, okay, I'm willing to spend X amount on this, or I'm willing to splurge a little more on this because it comes with XYZ and I've never done it. You know what I'm saying? Like you just kind of have to figure out what you're willing to spend on based on your own personal preference. And some things I'm okay with spending, some things I'm just like, absolutely not. So it's totally up to you. What's your worst travel experience or bad travel experience? I haven't had a lot, if any, bad travel experiences. I will say last summer, I went to why was I say Japan? Not Japan. I went to, this was also part of the Euro travel. This was July. Yeah, this is July. Me, Team Liddy, we went to Greece. We flew into Athens, Greece, and then we went to Istanbul, Turkey, and Cappadocia, Turkey. And easy getting there, had a good time, jet lag, of course. I even got sick on that trip, but overall, it was a great trip, right? Coming back, a nightmare. So if y'all remember, this is when the airlines, I don't know if they got hacked, I don't know what happened, but their systems were down. So everyone's flights were just like all over the place in the States. And that obviously affected international flights as well. So when we were trying to get back home, it was a nightmare. Like we just could not get out of Athens, Greece. I can't tell you how many times we went back and forth. We had to extend our stay an extra day. And then even when extending the stay, we still couldn't get out the next day. So when we finally went back to our hotel, we was like, listen, we all just gonna have to split up, take different flights. We had to buy confirmed seats to different countries so we can all leave. I think like Aquila went to Amsterdam. Dre and Keith, they went to Paris, and I went to Rome just to catch a Delta flight going back to the States. And once I got to Rome, I didn't even care where the flight was going in the States. I just wanted to be back on States ground. I was like, I don't care. So I took a flight to New York. So here's the timeline. From Athens to Rome to New York. I'm sorry, no, I wasn't in New York. I was in Boston. I went from Athens to Rome to New York, and then finally got to Atlanta late that night. And it looked like zombie land in Atlanta. Like people, I've never seen an airport. I think I got home like around a little bit after midnight. It was so many people just sitting there because flights just keep getting delayed, canceled, delayed, rebooked. It was insane. And I was like, that kind of scarred me. I didn't travel. I don't even think I got on a plane again until my birthday. This was July. I didn't get on a plane again until November, when I went to Honolulu. I was scarred, y'all. I was like, no ma'am. This is the last question. What are your travel plans for this year? like I said, my last vlog should be up, and these were kind of sporadic as well. Like it wasn't really planned, but I went to Chicago. Was definitely planned. Went to Chicago, Savannah, Georgia, and Tenerife, Spain, and Madrid, Spain. I went to all of those places in February. Like I said, vlog should be up. If the vlog is not up, this vlog should not be up. So went there, had a good time. Go watch the vlog, see what's in there. Should be good. But those were the places I traveled as of today. March, what is this? March 24th, 25th, 26th? I don't know what today's date. So yeah, I do have a few trips planned this year. And they're not for me personally, but to celebrate other people I care about. Kiana's birthday is in April, so I'll be in Florida in April to visit her, go out for her birthday. I think we're going to a concert too. Then we have the coolest 30th birthday trip in June to Panama. Gonna have a time out there. And then after June, actually I skipped another trip. In May, my mom, my sister, and I are gonna go on a trip domestically. And then, okay, I told y'all June. Then July is when I don't really do nothing in July. I don't really have no July. Do I have July? I don't know. I gotta look at my calendar for July. But August, always a busy month. Birthdays galore. I don't have a destination yet, but definitely going out the country in August. September, have another 30th birthday for Ashley. We're going to Tokyo. And then that's September, October. Oh, y'all already know. After September, don't ask. I ain't doing it. It's time to lock in. So after September, I go into like my hibernation mode. Holidays coming up. And by holidays, I mean my birthday in November. So always around like the end of September, like I start like locking in off of like the summer high. You know, you be all spin for the summer. And then that's when like I'm kind of locked in, because August is always a very expensive month for me because everybody want to have a birthday in August. So yes, I go into my hibernation mode, lock in. I'm probably working 500 jobs because now it's time for me to prep for the last quarter of the year, which includes my birthday and Christmas, my favorite holiday, and all the other types of holidays too. So y'all know when your birthday is around holidays, and the holidays don't stop. The holidays just keep going back to back to back in December. So Thanksgiving, like literally Thanksgiving is always the week after my birthday. So it's like I be having to lock in and make sure all that money I spend in the summer, I'm recouping it ×4 to make sure I'm good for what I want to do for my birthday, and I got the holidays taken care of as well. So, and I already told y'all I'm going to Thailand in November. Phuket will see me. So aside from that, I don't have any more specific destinations yet. My sister and I are still thinking of where we want to go. I don't know. We're still thinking about it, but it's pretty much all I have for this Q&A. I don't know what else we could touch on, but if y'all got any further questions or want to know anything else, just comment below. Make sure you're subscribed though. Like, come on now. You can't be having comments and you ain't even subscribed to the club. So make sure you're subscribed to the club. And let me know what y'all want to see next. Like, it's so much I want to record and put out into the world, but I also want to know that it will be received by my clubbers. Do y'all get what I'm saying? Like, it's something that y'all want to see. So I hope we can link up again and have a little chat. Let me know if y'all want to see something more tailored, or I don't know. Y'all just let me know. I appreciate feedback because then I can use that to create the things that y'all want to see. See how simple that is? So we do have to talk a little more. I know we so used to being on go and go and go, but sometimes the club got to sit down. I'm 30. I ain't no spring chicken. I just can't be going. But I'm not sitting down no time soon. So thank you so much for tuning in today, clubbers. Don't forget to share this video, like it, send it to your sister, your cousin, comment. I would love a comment. And subscribe, most importantly, because we are growing slowly but surely. Y'all know this is nothing that happens overnight, but I appreciate my day ones. Thank y'all for rocking with your girl, and I'll see y'all in the next vlog.